What's up, YouTube? Timmy's here. Now, last night, the Pit pretty much had this, season finale, and now the Pit, of course, I just checked out the Pit, all the way back in January. I was gonna do like my review for the first episode but I decided to, maybe wait till the show ends to give my all thoughts here. We're only like 4 months in, pretty much. Obviously we're in April, so and I'm not gonna lie, the Pit just might be one of the best shows I've seen this year. So, I mean, obviously, so far, it could easily change by the time the year's over. But, I mean, with a year we had with, so far with Daredevil Born Again, the studio, which, if the next episodes of the studios is an indication of how, is it just as good? Who knows if that one might actually beat out the Pit? I don't know. But, man, this show is excellent here. I mean, when they first announced it, I thought, okay, another medical show. We've seen that tons of times before. And, I thought the trailers looked fine and all, so I decided to give the first episode go back in January. I love these characters. Like, the whole show, if you guys don't know, pretty much follows medical staffs as they attempt to overcome the hardships of a single 15-hour work shift at a fictional Pittsburgh trauma medical hospital, all while having to like navigate staff shortages, underfunding, and insufficient resources. And each episode each episode of the season covers approximately 1 hour of the work shift. And this show, of course, is on Max, which you don't normally see medical shows nowadays on streamer services. Like lately, over the number of years, when you see a medical show, it'll always be like on ABC, where you talk about like Grey's Anatomy, The Good Doctor, or Fox with what's that show? Yeah, The Residents. I mean, obviously going all the way back to ER. Holy cow! When they really get into the some, I can now see why they decided to release this thing to Max and not not like ABC or something like that. Let me just say, the Pit gets graphic. Yeah, they really showcase like everything that goes on here. I mean, the gore is, yeah, probably the most goriest non-horror show I've seen. It like obviously, Chucky was pretty gory, but I'm talking about non-horror, or even non-action. Like the gore gets up to 11. Like, yeah, if you ever, well, let me just say, if you ever want to know how a baby, comes out and stuff like that, let me just say you're in for a treat with this one. Yeah, I'm not going to go into more details, but yeah. And by the way, there is a fake baby here that is featured, and it's not a real baby, obviously. But the puppeteer, by the way, is also the same people who actually did like some of the effects of Chucky, which as a fan of Chucky, awesome right there. Speaking of Chucky, by the way, Fiona Dorff is also in this, and one of the two last episodes, her dad Brad Dorff makes an appearance, which is, I always like so used to hearing him as Chucky. Obviously, I always keep forgetting how good he is, like outside when he's not a super possessed dog. He actually said something to his daughter's ex and stuff, which sort of cracked me up right there. I'm like, I hope Brad Dorff has some more scenes next season. Now, of course, you do got Noah Wally, who plays like who of course plays the role of the main doctor, the main doctor, Robbie, Robin Vick, who's of course a senior attending, who is like still reeling from his traumatic experiences during the pandemic, and obviously there is lots of pandemic talk because more obviously we knew how what doctors had to go through before the pandemic, but yeah, obviously the pandemic really showcased stuff that doctors really had to go through, and there was a reason why during after the pandemic people would be like banging their pots pans at the EMTs going by and stuff like that at 7. These people are heroes, and obviously they saved tons of lives during the pandemic. And there are some scenes like one character in this, like one of the not the staffs, but one of the patients, if you will, is pretty much anti-mask, and obviously we've seen that tons of times. Like you have no idea how many videos I've seen where like people, people who didn't want to wear a mask will like throw fits and stuff like that, and yeah. Anyway, you do got some other cool cast of characters like Fiona Dorff who plays one of the residents, Casey McKay. I really adored her here. You do got another Chucky actor, Jackson Kelly, I think his name is, who played like the president's oldest son in the last season of Chucky. It was cool seeing him pop up in this. So you got a couple of Chucky veterans here. Taylor Deirdre, who by the way is actually the daughter of Bryan Cranston, which I actually seen her in something called which was the MTV show Sweet Vicious. I did not know that was Bryan Cranston's daughter at the time, so that's pretty cool. And you also got Isa Baronis, who by the way, she's actually the daughter of I forgot the actor's name. John Bernos, I think his name is, who's a very famous theater actor. And by the way, she's also the sister of the actor Theo Bronis, I think his name is. Who actually played the character of Junior in the first season of Chucky. Who was of course like one of the main characters' love interest, and also that was pretty cool there to see. You also got some other people popping up here and there. It's an extra show, it gets pretty intense. Like if your stomach can't handle some gore stuff, I would not recommend watching this. Like, or just when the gore comes on, just obviously close your eyes and stuff. But it's still a really good show. I mean, of course, season 2 is coming. Supposed to be about like take place during 4th of July week. I mean, do yourself a favor. It's on Max. Like, or it's 15 episodes, so it's actually a little bit of a quick binge. It's not as long as you think, but it'll definitely be a quick binge. Great cast of characters. I mean, the show is just like ER meets 24. That's what it's really like. And if you had told me that this was pretty much if this actually took place in the same world as ER, I probably would have believed you. Definitely has very ER-esque to it. And again, the cast of characters are great. I mean, do yourself a favor, go watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. I admit, probably the best medical show I've seen since The Good Doctor ended. I mean, when The Good Doctor came out, I thought that was the best medical show since ER. And now, since The Good Doctor now ended, this is probably the best medical show since Good Doctor. So, there's that. But do yourself a favor, go watch The Pitt. You won't be disappointed. Anyway, let me let you guys. What did you have a chance to check out The Pitt? And so, what's your thought? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you looking forward to check out more seasons throughout? And bonus question: what are some of your favorite medical shows of all time? Whether it's ER, Grey's Anatomy, The Good Doctor, etc. Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Serious.